Ladies and gentlemen, Sushi-To-Go presents commentary over Borderlands 2 gameplay by Nathan and Zak.
What's up, guys? This is Nathan and Zak from Sushi-To-Go. We just wanted to check in, make a little commentary video over this play of Borderlands 2 that we recorded and slightly flubbed. So, hope you enjoy the gaming in the background, but we'll be talking about a few things, a few kind of important things for the channel, and we'll kind of go from there.
Yeah. It was originally going to be like a video about kind of like Nathan's first time playing Borderlands 2 and just an experience of the shenanigans to be had in Borderlands 2, but weirdness happened with some of the audio files, so instead I'm going to be using it as commentary. I think that's a good idea, as well as to kind of talk about more of the channel a little bit more instead of just releasing another video. Instead, this will kind of be setting some goals, kind of plans, what we want to do with it moving forward here.
Yeah, because so I know that we haven't really posted much. I mean, we've only posted one video, obviously, so far. But we are going to be doing more with the channel moving forward, and hopefully more frequently than we have so far, because this is just kind of abysmal. So we've got a few points that we want to hit here, but yeah. So we'll just kind of start off with the first thing that we're wanting to talk about, which is kind of the kind of content that we're making. We're going to be making in the future. So the reason why we created the channel is just because we wanted to. We really just wanted to be able to game together. Zak, James, and I were all roommates last year. So we played a little bit, and we just wanted to be able to showcase some of that in some of our dynamics. So we're going to be continuing with the gaming, and we'll try to be doing. We'll try to start a couple series, longer running series than just one-offs.
And these series aren't necessarily the idea of series through like things like playthroughs. They're more of like concepts of like different styles of videos in a way, where they're, instead of being like one long running series of like the classic days of like Minecraft playthroughs and stuff like that, it'll be more like whether we're doing duos or singles and different stuff like that. So we'll kind of be talking a little bit about some of our different concepts for even how the videos are gonna kind of play out, kind of.
Yeah, we definitely wanted to. I mean, here's the thing: all three of us are college students, so we can't always be. Well, and James isn't even rooming with us this year, so we can't always be recording all of us together all the time. So we're definitely trying to make sure that we include kind of ways that we can still be playing and still be uploading to the channel, while not necessarily being always all three of us playing or always playing one single game or anything really like that. So basically we personally have things kind of broken up into kind of four sort of categories, I'd say. Four sort of categories of the types of videos that we're going to kind of be making, to kind of make sure that we've always got some sort of content that we're kind of creating or
and it's also going to be helpful because, I mean, it is several of us, and this is like a collective channel, so it's going to be not necessarily just like catering to one audience, because, I mean, we all play similar games, but we all have kind of our interests in some genres over others, so that's kind of what the solo series is going to be about, or one of the concepts is solo games, which can either be like just one of us playing through, kind of showing off a game that we're passionate about or something we're kind of really interested in. But it could also be us like showing the game to one of the other members, and it'll be more like a conversational thing. Or it could just be us kind of talking our way through a game as we're kind of playing and commenting on just things that we like about the game, riffing off different parts. Just that's one of the big things. Is it's not a standardized channel. It's not really meant to be a standardized channel. It's a group of friends with differing interests, but we all like the collective gaming. So it's going to be kind of reflected in the different videos as well.
Mm-hmm. For instance, I've collected a bunch of single player specifically games because I don't have many friends to play with, but I tend to gravitate toward a lot of single player games. So this would be one way that I could kind of show some of them off, where I could be playing a game and either just upload that, or I could be playing it with like for instance Zak watching and commenting as well. I don't know. It's just a way that we can play to our interests, like you said. And kind of in that same spirit, then we also have some games lined up that we can play when all three of us are able to play together, and some games that we've had the idea of just playing between like two of us.
Yeah, so a lot of it can be kind of thought of through availability, but also it's like the same way games are designed for different situations and stuff. So if it's limiting to have 3 people sometimes, then sometimes you're like, well, hey, only 2 of us are interested in this game meant for 2 people. Then it's just kind of easier and just more interesting to have a mix of duels and then also like single player games with like conversation or interest and stuff. Then we're also the bigger group games would be interesting stuff like games that kind of lend themselves more to like that party dynamic of like stuff like Super Smash Bros, where it's not necessarily about the game, but it's more about like the group interaction and just kind of a lot of the situations that you can find yourself in these kinds of games, which it's more about kind of the relationship, I would say. Yeah. Normally, if you're watching Smash Brothers, you're watching it more for the relationship than like the play-by-play kind of deal. Right. So
I can say specifically for Smash Brothers, I for one am not great at the game. So if you're coming to this channel for top tier Smash gameplay, you won't find it from Nathan specifically, at least. but yeah, I mean, we played a ton of Smash Brothers last year and had a ton of fun and some great times, and so we'd like to be able to share that. I think Crawl was another great example of how that went really well, having that dynamic together where we're all
ripping our hair out equally over that stressful game, which amazing concept. Love the concept of that game. Love it as a single player game. Yeah. But you know what? If you're competitive, that game might make you kill your friends more than probably more than Smash Brothers will. So be warned of Crawl.
Yeah, I love that game so much. Anyways, but we've got a lot of ideas though for different games for each of those 3 categories at least. Got a lot of stuff that we can do. So that'll be very exciting to film in the future. If you'd like to go ahead and touch on the 4th.
And then the 4th category is going to be more like this. It's more of a commentary. It's not always going to be about the channel. In fact, most of them are probably not going to be about the channel, but it's more of using kind of just gameplay in the background of something to watch along as you're kind of listening. So it's more of an experience than just like a podcast or something, but it's just kind of us picking a topic that interests us and just talking about it, or it can either be like a dedicated theme or something like you'd find in a podcast, or it can just be us kind of having a conversation over a game, just kind of a relaxing experience, not necessarily about comedy. could be, but it's just kind of a less formal gameplay kind of experience.
Yeah. I know one of my kind of reasoning for wanting to look into or to kind of work on the commentary videos especially is because I love playing video games, but I'm just not great at them all the time. So this allows me at least to have a way to not always be trying to be the best at a game or something.
If I fail level 1 like 7 times in a row, I'm gonna make that a commentary video so you won't laugh at me. Okay, it's my insecurity, and I'm choosing to deal with it via humor.
Yes,
so
sir.
just deal with it.
Yeah. But I mean, it's also a great way that we can use this type of video to connect with any sort of community that we manage to create. We can use this as a way to kind of communicate with them a little bit, or to at the very least, kind of show off our personalities and how we kind of actually are. Yeah, like you said, in a little less formal way.
Yeah, a more relational way, which I feel like it's a different, but it's the same as like the all three of us together. It's more of a relational thing. It becomes less about the game and more about just interacting and just interesting parts of the weird things people do when they interact and just the human experience.
Yeah. Yeah, too true. I think between kind of these 4 kind of video concepts, I think we've got a good lineup and idea of kind of what we're going to be doing for video ideas, and I think we'll hopefully be able to provide some entertaining content. That kind of leads into, though, what are we kind of hoping for in terms of the frequency of the video uploads?
I mean, given the fact we've uploaded 1 so far, and it's been months, so I'm feeling we're doing pretty good. Our upload schedule's like equal to that of like Fitz and like some of these great YouTubers where they release like 1 a year and make like a couple $1 million. It sounds I mean, if you look at their success, it's achievable. You just gotta upload like once a year and then just never upload again.
It is true. I mean, that sounds like a recipe for success to me, at least.
Oh, yeah.
Just to keep uploading once every few months or something, yeah.
Yeah, so our timing, obviously, so far has not been good. We're going to try and make it a little bit more scheduled. We're not necessarily like a specific time of the month, but we're hoping to do like maybe like 2 a month, one of them being commentary, and one of them being whatever we decide between the different formats, or what interesting games come out, or what interesting games we kind of revisit. There's a lot of classic games that we're interested in, kind of going back and experiencing again. But there's also been new interesting games like Squadrons, which is going to be probably the next game that we're going to be doing. We'll probably make that a duos, but depending on exactly how many times I crash a TIE interceptor into the side of into the side of just walls and just tunnels, space debris, myself. Yeah. It might become if my KD is below 1, I'll probably make that a commentary video. So James is going to be obviously we said he's not with us right now. He's probably going to be doing more individual videos by himself. He'll be joining us occasionally, but he's had some different games that he's been interested in recently. So we're going to see what exactly he wants to do with that. He's kind of more inclined with some of the RPG games and deck building games and stuff. He's big in Hearthstone and stuff like that.
Right.
So we'll see what he comes up with.
Yeah. We'll try to make sure that he's getting stuff out as much as possible as well. So he seems like he's a part of the team just as much, because it's a lot easier for me and Zach to put out videos just because we live together and we can just walk into the room and decide to record if we wanted to, and then it gets uploaded fairly quickly. But since James isn't around here, it's a little bit more difficult. But we'll try to make sure that he's getting included.
Yeah, we have a tough workload. Before each of these commentary videos, we're creating kind of a work environment of watching memes, looking up old YouTube videos. We had to make sure we listened to Carmel Danson to put us in a good creative mood before doing this. So I feel like this is a good, positive workplace environment here.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In all seriousness, though, all of this is very dependent on our school and work schedules. We're both doing a lot. Full-time school and then part-time work for the both of us. So everything that we do is very dependent on that. And as of right now, especially the frequency that we can get out videos is going to be not necessarily consistent. So we'll be working toward getting 2 out a month, but we can't promise that. That's what we're planning, but it really all depends. So we'll be kind of feeling that out as we go, but we do have a lot on our plates. So I personally will ask that you just kind of bear with us a little bit as we feel this out.
Yeah, and as we're going through and starting to create some of these formats, if you have like suggestions and stuff, you could drop those in comments. Constructive criticism or just ideas of just how the format could be better would be helpful, because we definitely have a basic idea of how we kind of want to have it in the community that we kind of want to build. But if you have any suggestions, that would be appreciated.
Yeah, for sure. And if you have any games that you'd like to suggest, you can definitely suggest them, especially older games or less known games, because we typically we're pretty caught up with the gaming scene. We're gamers, so we know kind of what's going on though for most of the big games. But if you have any kind of indie games or less known games, you can definitely drop those in the comments, especially. Yeah, I don't know. That was kind of, I think, we've hit all our bullet points. Do you have anything else that you really want to mention, Zach?
I don't think there's necessarily anything I wanted to mention. I'm looking forward to where we can bring this. Yeah, so I guess the TLDR, we're trying to work towards a few specific video styles that we're trying to develop. We're hoping that this kind of different styles will help us just with upload schedule as well. We're going to try to do a more varied types of videos. That'll help us kind of release them more frequently, but then again, that depends on work and school schedules. But yeah, that was kind of the basis of the video. So
I guess the last thing is just to say have a great day, and we will see you in the next video, which will probably be some gameplay of Squatching. Yeah. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to Sushi-To-Go. This is Richard Moss, signing off. Good night.
We more or we I for each one or to we can and a little less for yeah, that's very true. And for the we could